No, check that. I'll hit it right. Edgar Olivo looks at ball 3-1 to the batter. He's the first batter of the game, folks. Things got started a little bit early here, and Arthur and I are still trying to catch up. Bud Thomas along with Arthur Prather as Edgar Olivo walks down to first. We're in District 19-5A tonight.
Yes.
Waltrip and Sam Houston
And
doing what most HISD schools seem to do pretty well, which is play baseball, and it's still going to be the only show in town for a while, too.
Well, I would agree with you, but it's definitely going to be a good show. It's going to take the pros a while to get keyed up. And one thing I also noticed, Sam Houston and Waltrip have always had a real interesting rivalry. One year, Waltrip was ranked #1 and won 29 ball games going into the playoffs. Their only loss was at the hands of Sam Houston.
Bo Patterson will step up to the plate for the Sam Houston Tigers.
He's trying to advance the runner, but now Sam has always had real good, should I say they've had good success against Waltrip, even though Waltrip perhaps has always been ranked a little bit higher when you talk about preseason standings and so forth.
Olivo moving from first. The throw down is in time, but in the dirt. And Edgar Olivo steals second base. Sam Houston in business, top of the first inning at Delmar Stadium.
Good record of having good kickers who also play good baseball. Mark Smith is also a good punter and plays kicker and went on to play baseball at San Jacinto Junior College after coming out of Waltrip also.
Count now. Well, check that. There were 2 strikes on that. Well, and it couldn't have been. Yeah. 1-2 the count to the batter. In the dirt, runner moves up. Edgar Olivo takes third on a wild pitch.
But that's one of the things Sam Houston is going to do. They're going to run bases every chance they get an opportunity to. Matter of fact, that's the trick. But actually, he had already made his windup, Bud, and he was unable to do anything about Edgar trying to take off from third. But Sam is going to put pressure on you all night long, and if you make any kind of mistakes, they're going to get easy runs.
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, it's upstairs, and there's a strikeout.
55 strikeouts and hasn't given up anything nowhere near a run during the course of this season, and it's 4-0.
Well, that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Efrain Sainz. Interestingly enough, the pitcher hitting for himself tonight.
Well, I would imagine when the game get on, but they might try and change that later on, but right now, they may as well let the pitcher set. And a lot of times, pitchers do a lot to help their causes by being able to get on base, especially a base hit would score a run right here.
Come on! Pitch way upstairs. Left center field.
That one is gone, boy.
Goodbye. Efrain Sainz with a 2-run painter in the top of the second, and just like that, he gives himself a 2-run lead as the Sam Houston Tigers charge in front of the Waltrip Rams. Wow.
Like that stride.
See you later.
Real slowly, Reggie Jackson style. Had a real dance at the plate. Sam Houston is interesting enough, but one of the better riders in high school anywhere in the state of Texas. And that goes for all sports.
I'll bring up. And watch. Kind of like they're getting our money's worth already.
Got a good track star over there, too, Kevin Adams.
Well, there's how the Waltrip Rams are going to open up here in the bottom of the first as they try and climb out of a 2-run hole. Andy Ortiz and right. Cisneros
because he's in too much of an emotion.
Full house. That's a 1-hopper to short. They get the runner at first over to third, double play. How about that? That was Cisneros to Kraft to Alanis, and Waltrip pulls off the big double play and gets out of what could have been another disastrous inning. Down. That's how they line up. Sometimes they line up in the dark, just how it was before. You can see Olivo. He's a man that's done an awful lot of the damage on base, both of his at-bats. Bo Patterson and right. Lenars, Sainz, the pitcher, and the slugger, batting cleanup and pitching. There's an interesting combination you won't see anywhere in high school. Pitcher at arm.
Or either that or they just don't want to pitch to Gabriel, but now that could very well be part of the reason as well.
Well, it's 2-2 now. Davis is leaning towards second. There he goes. Perfect pitch, and they nail him.
They got him that time, but fair and square. See, actually, he sort of enticed him a little too much there.
Linares with a show of his own, and the catchers, both catchers, sporting golden guns, as they each now have a caught stealing. And Linares fires down. No, wait a minute. That's 2 for Linares. Check that. Holy Toledo. Well,
Sam Houston evidently do a good job of practicing that, Bud, because going back over the years, they've always been successful. And they've had a catcher, Alex, what do you call him, Davila, or Davila, as you say. In his playing days over here, he was able to actually throw him out without even coming up from his squat position. So, you know, he has some strength in his right arm.
Well, Alanis was called out on strikes, and Andy Ortiz flies one into right field. Plenty of time for Bo Patterson. And the Waltrip Rams go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So after 3 complete innings from Delmar Field, Ashmore Field no less, it's the Sam Houston Tigers 2 and the Waltrip Rams 0. We'll take one more look here at the caught stealing. That is 2 for 2. Linares, Copeland, or check that, Jason Davis can't believe it.
He did have a funny look on his face.
That'll bring up Travis Bridges, the 3rd baseman. He walked back in the 2nd and was here.
Bridges had a good check swing early on, didn't he, Bud? Didn't he draw a hit one time?
That's a looper right to the 2nd baseman. No sweat, Chad Fitzgerald. 8, 9, and 1. Patrick, Hector, and then Edgar Olivo.
Yes, well, Hector looked at a strike to start the inning off, but then he got a ball.
Whoa, Martinez fouls one right on my head. Thank gosh for Cyclone fences. Patrick Martinez grounded out back in the 2nd. His only at-bat of the game thus far. Waltrip got 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th to tie it as you continue to be tuned to Access Houston Sunday Night Sports. I'm Bud Thomas along with Arthur Prather. You know, I haven't called you King Arthur Prather in a long time.
Yeah, I was wondering, but maybe I have to write it down on a piece of paper.
Getting off awful easy. Well, Martinez draws a walk. And the Tigers have their lead runner on. That'll bring up the center fielder Hector Martinez, who went down swinging.
Substitute, you see.
2nd baseman charging in, looking for the bunt. It's slapped into right field. Gets by the 1st baseman. Runner going to 3rd. Throw is wild, but he has to stay as it was cut off wisely by Matt Higgs.
And Higgs did an excellent job to cover 3rd that time, Bud, because had not he been there, that would have been a run scored, because the runner who substituted, John Stearns, who came in for Hector Martinez, would have been able to come on home and score the go-ahead run.
So
the go-ahead run, of course, is on 3rd.
Hector Martinez with a single and a fielder's choice moves up to 2nd. John Stearns scampers around to 3rd, running for Patrick Martinez. That'll bring up top of the order Edgar Olivo with the first 2 runners on, 2nd and 3rd. Nobody out. Top of the order up. Olivo is 1 for 1 today, walked and singled, and has been on base both times. He's been at the plate.
And he's
right field coming on to make the play.
He tagged up and he's coming, Bud. He's going to make it.
The throw is wide as Bo Patterson. Wait a minute.
John Stearns.
Nobody home in my house. Goodness gracious.
John Stearns actually was the runner who replaced Martinez, and of course he scored the go-ahead run.
Ortiz made this. There's Matt Higgs on the mound, facing Bo Patterson. Hasn't done much with the bat for Bo Patterson. Higgs taking his time on the mound. Patterson steps out, steps back in. Awful lot of noise now coming out of the Sam side. Got him looking at the knees, inside corner. Patterson can't believe it. Has a few choice words for the home plate umpire. Throws his bat to the ground.
I don't think the coaches from Sam used to like it either. They're going to come and do this powwow one more time.
Oh, yeah, as he... Oh, wow. Have a few choice words for our camera, too. Olivo, not a happy camper. Neither is Bo Patterson. That'll bring up Roland Linares. Take another look at strike 3 here.
But it looked almost like actually the ball hit him or something. See, he just,
well, that was at the knees.
Yes, it was a good throw. Good call.
Caught the back corner of the plate. And it looks like we're going to have a pitch change here as Matt Higgs will hit the showers, and we're going to get a look at big number 14 for Waltrip as King scrambles through his roster.
Okay, that's Kevin Stram, but he's the key. He's the one who's leading the area, 55 strikeouts. I guess they're going to figure, since this is a big district ball game, they're going to go ahead and put Kevin in there and let him retire. Now, this one can hum it, but...
Yeah, well, suddenly... Fans of the Northwest Freeway here as it branches off of the 610 loop. That's where the Delmar Athletic Complex is, and that's where the Access Sports Roadshow is tonight. District 19 5A baseball matchup between the Sam Houston Tigers and the Waltrip Rams. Sam Houston currently on top and batting. The score is 3-2. It's top of the 6th. 1-1, swatted into left field. Copeland over there to cut it off. Makes the cutoff. And how about that? Fujimoto shakes that albatross off with a single.
Got a pretty good swing that time, but wasn't quite able to get all the way around on it, but he got further enough to get him a base hit. And that's all that matters, because if you can get anything off of Kevin Schramm.
Schramm with a little bit of look of disbelief. Couldn't believe he gave up a base hit. I'm not altogether sure that Fujimoto believes it either. Well, that'll bring up Travis Bridges as he Tabo Fujimoto at first. 1 out, 1 on here.
And Bridges is another hitter that stays busy.
Schramm fires wild to first. That will move Fujimoto to second. That'll be E1 on the throw.
One more time, 1-4. There you go, baby. Go, Sam.
That one was really high, but
yeah, that was kind of...
They were ranked high and undefeated in district, and they came up on Sam Houston. And what you're seeing happening here tonight is what happened every time. And even one time, Sam...
Check that outside corner, strike 3.
Yeah, that was another check, but I thought that one was a ball as well.
Yeah, one of these days I'll learn. And you can see that one get away from the catcher and scampering down the third. Unbelievable speed there, golly.
And he was able to get there, and I think we're going to take a look at that at the right speed. Well, no, we back to live now.
Hector Davis is at third, running for Fujimoto.
Now we're going to take a look at that. There he goes. Now that's a little bit more like it. Hector Davis was clearing out that time.
Oh, Davis at third. Bridges struck out looking. Winslow Gutierrez at the plate.
Hasn't really had his favorite stuff, but he's been getting the job done. Hey, he actually stole home, but it's almost unbelievable. He got off to a real good start that time and caught the pitcher in the warm-up. He had already tagged, and that's the way it's done.
Well, you're definitely going to take another look at this one as Hector Davis steals home, folks. Check it out.
And he was really digging in there, but
yeah,
he was really digging in.
Suddenly we're the most popular ticket in the press box.
Good slide as well. Down low.
Well, that'll be a keeper for Mr. Davis and his parents.
And once he got up, he was also confident he got it done.
Well, Gutierrez goes fishing outside for a low pitch, strike 3, but not before the damage is done. As the Sam Houston Tigers pick up another run. They did it on 1 hit. There were no errors, and there were no stranded runners by virtue of the stealing of home As we move into the bottom of the sixth, it is now 4-2 Sam Houston. Martinez and Olivo, 8, 9, and 1 for Sam Houston here in the top of the 7th inning, and that is the final inning in high school.
Olivo is the key, but they've got to try to retire the first 2 batters to see to it that he don't get a chance to get on base, because he could give Sam a cushion that Waltrip wouldn't be able to.
Martinez 0 for 1 officially. He walked and scored in the 5th. Rounded out back in the 2nd. Outfield straightaway here. Schramm delivers at the knees. Strike 1. 3-1 is the count on Patrick Martinez. He will be followed by Hector Martinez, and then the top of the order, Edgar Olivo. And the Tiger 7th. Slapped into right field, base hit, and trouble.
Big trouble, Bud, because these people run the bases very well. He'll probably go to 3rd.
Here comes the throw. Should be in plenty of time for the play. That is a gimme. Well, kind of a tough break for Martinez. That will go down in the books as a double. And what a double it was.
And I think the coaches asked, what were you coming to 3rd for?
Ortiz couldn't get there in time in right field. Made an excellent throw to the cutoff. And then the shortstop, Cisneros, just gunned him down at 3rd by holy Toledo, about 10 yards.
I don't think he ever looked up, Bud, so he never saw the coach's signal to asking him to hold up at 2nd.
Well, first pitch popped up. Schramm calling everyone off. Now it's the catcher. Now it's Schramm. Now it is no one.
They're coming unglued a little bit, Bud. Now that time, both gave the signal to clear the way for the other.
That's really catcher's territory.
Yes, I would think it would be.
So Patrick Martinez has a double, and he is gunned down 9-6-5. Don't see that too often.
Unblemished record.
2 hops to short.
Had their city councilman, Larry McCaskill, is it, over here for a Waltrip day. And that's going to be interesting if he continue to try and do it that way, but he's confident that the pitcher has lost it and he's going to wait it out. Or at least he definitely, again, the batter's resting on his shoulder.
Swing chop to 3rd base, unassisted for Travis Bridges, and this game is called because of innings. So there's something you don't say too often, folks, a tie baseball game, but we saw one here tonight on Sunday Night Sports as Waltrip and Sam Houston end up knotted at 5 after 10 innings and 3 1/2 hours of baseball tonight from the Delmar Sports Complex, Ashmore Field. Arthur, interesting game. Started off big for Sam Houston, got a little bit interesting in the middle goings, and then the end was pretty much Waltrip.
Yeah, I think the loss, actually, should I say the tie still is going to hurt Waltrip more than Sam, because they were the highly ranked team. They were the team with the outstanding pitching staff and all that stuff. It's going to put some more work back into them, and as they prepare to go on in District 19, I think it pretty much sends a message to them. Sam Houston has to feel good about even getting the tie, considering the fact that Waltrip was so highly ranked going in.
Well, we're going to take it to the house, folks. After 3.5 hours, we are tired. For Arthur Prather, I'm Bud Thomas saying goodbye on behalf of the entire Access crew. The story from Ashmore Field on the grounds of the Delmar Sports Complex. Sam Houston 5, Waltrip 5.